What kind of animal can this square blue animal be? Andy was delighted what mother...
Oh, what's this word?
That mother was finally interested. He climbed into the rocking chair and rocked, playing. It was a truck.
Very good, Dominic. Do you realize how much you've improved since last September?
Yes.
There are a few people that can't learn, but you can learn. Tell me, do you miss Italy?
Yes.
Where'd you live there?
On a farm.
A real farm? With animals and everything?
Yes.
What kind of animals?
Cows, chickens, horses.
Do you miss the farm? What do you miss most?
The horse.
What was the horse's name?
Chickaboom.
What?
Chickaboom.
That's pretty. Did you have cows?
Yeah, baby one.
A calf?
Yeah, for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what you want to be when you're older, a farmer?
Yes.
Well, that's going to take college. Even farmers these days have to go to college to be a really good farmer. Keep up with your lessons, you'll make it. Every day you'll see some improvement in your classmates, too. Dominic, I want you to answer this question. 1C and 1D.
32 plus 45. My sum is 77. 1D. 75 plus 24. Your answer is 99.
Very good.
Miss Elizabeth Brown, near the end of her 45th year of teaching, has shared again the moment of achievement. This is her only reward. It's a considerable one. No one will record it or applaud it, but Miss Brown's achievements and Dominic's is known. It's evaluated by Pittsburgh Superintendent of Schools, Sidney P. Marlin, Jr.
I think that for a long time, people in education, those of us who are teachers and administrators, have been endeavoring to arouse the concerns of the people in the United States about education and about the values that we as a people should attach to education. I think that now the people in the United States are aroused about education. And suddenly there is a great concern. The concern has to do with quality or excellence. It has to do with finding better ways to teach and to learn. It has to do with solving some of our problems as a people, not only academic problems, but those that have to do with human beings in all ways. There are lots of answers still to be found. We in education are amateurs at this business of discovering answers. How do you find excellence? You find it by trial and error. We as teachers call ourselves members of the art and science of education. And indeed, it is an art, but it's also a science. And it calls for experimentation, it calls for research, just as medicine, just as engineering, just as business management find new and better ways to practice their art and science. We must do much more. We've seen signs of this today. But the best in the way of techniques, the best in the way of new methods for teaching and learning, the best of materials, indeed the best of financial support is nothing except in the hands of a wise and loving teacher. We will never displace the teacher.
If you are a school teacher in Pittsburgh and you retire after 45 years of teaching, you will participate in certain prescribed events. One is the retirement party. Your principal will officiate. Your peers and your friends will be there. There will be corsages and speeches and gifts and poems. It will never be forgotten.
Betty, when I come to work early in the morning, one of the people who usually greets me as early as I get there is you. And Jeanette comes and Mr. Benz, and before all the rest of you come, we have all the problems settled. So we're going to really miss that cheery good morning when you come in. I thought that this suited you particularly well. How do you train him? There he stands before you, clean and lanky, with a look of bright morning on his face, and appealing in the way that morning is, and youth is, and the hopefulness of youth. And then you realize the awful responsibility that is yours to train and build, and nurture and lead. Well, here is good timber, but what are you going to build of it? And how do you go about the building process? This is the answer, to give him of yourself. And I think that's what you have done, because I think every child that has ever gone into your classroom and come out again, if it was only for one period, has taken a little bit of you with him.
To take a little bit of someone with him is to take a great deal. Listen.
I remember Miss Brown especially for the human relations lessons that she used to give us.
Miss Brown had a way of prodding us without making us realize that she was pushing us just a little bit harder than we had intended to work or even wanted to work. It was this type of prodding that helped me to get this far and has actually made me realize that it's that little bit of extra push that she made me realize was necessary.
Miss Brown didn't always go straight by the book. I know when we would neglect some of our studies, she would pull a blow and maybe give us a C on a paper and tell us, it's time for you to work. You better get busy now. There's more important things to do. With the people that weren't doing extremely well too, she was very patient and kind and worked long, hard hours trying to help them so that they could get the lessons too.
I remember that she showed me that I really had to work to get what I wanted. I cruised through the first 3 grades of school here, and then when I went to Miss Brown's room, she dropped my grades a little, and she really showed me that if I wanted to get where I was going to have to work a lot harder.
Look at the board, open your books, point to the word, go to the board, real loud. Daryl, get down there. Get down, scoot.
She showed me I really had to work.
All right, Daryl, do it again, please. Real loud.
I remember she was very kind and understanding. She did a lot of things for us, and she taught us, I remember, a lot of things. And she understood how we acted, and she knew everything about us.
And there is finally one morning when Miss Brown hands out her last report cards. Looks one last time at the bright morning faces.
Diane Clementi. Mary Costa. Karen William. Beverly Doyle. Lydia. Teresa. David Tucci. Dominic. You'll find your marks, and on the back you will find a room number to which you report next year. You may open your report. Now, I expect good reports from everyone for next year's work. Work hard, study hard, do your homework, and do everything a good fourth grader is expected to do. Girls, line up here, please. Don't forget your report card, Ruth. Get your own partners. Have a nice vacation now. Nobody hurt. Be good. I'll see you. Thank you, Kirk. Every time I see it, I'll think of you. Thank you, Dominic.
Thank you.
That's fine. Have a nice vacation. And next year when you come back, you'll be in fourth grade. And you're going to make very, very much better marks. You're going to read better. And you're going to have a nice report card for the first report card. Have fun. Goodbye.